Coach Eli here, bringing you some at-home tips to work on your striking today. So what we want to work on is we want to fix up any errors you might be making when you're throwing your punches. Okay, and once we've done that, we'll get into a few exercises also to increase that power. Okay, so technique-wise, there's a few things, there's a few do's and do nots. Okay, a couple of the do nots. All right, you don't want to stick your elbows out here. All right, keep your elbows in nice and tight. All right, and then they don't flare out when you throw the punch. You keep it in tight, in tight, in tight, then turn. Okay, so just again, don't come out here. They come straight out and turn. Notice when I make contact, I've turned and my thumb is facing down. I've got a slight angle, so now I'm making contact with my primary knuckles. Okay, so boom, like so. All right, so keep that elbow in, turn the thumb down. All right, the next part that we're going to work on is a very common injury is when we hyperextend our elbow. Okay, and how that's done is we throw the punch as hard as we can. Okay, as hard as we can, and what happens is it's just too far for the arm to handle, so it stretches, hyperextends. Okay, and it's tennis elbow and things like that. So what we want to do is we want to stop our punch just slightly before, just like a fraction before we get it extended. Okay, because once we've extended the punch completely, all the power is already transferred all the way through our arm and out the other side. But when we hold it just before, all right, we've got all that power there and that's nice and strong now. All right, so I punch, boom. There's a slight bend in my arm, okay, and all that power has been saved and just didn't go flying out. It's going to go straight into my target now. Okay, so next thing is our feet need to be synchronized with our hands. Okay, the power doesn't come from our shoulders or our biceps or our triceps or anything like that. It starts from the bottom up. Okay, so just like when we throw a hook and we turn that foot to turn that hip over to throw that hook, what we want to do is we want to lift it. We want to keep our back heel off the ground, and when we throw that punch, all right, we're going to turn the shin and the toes in a straight line towards our target. Okay, so the shins to the ground, the toes to the target. So from the 45, we throw that punch. Notice my hips turn. Now we get that kinetic chain that goes all the way through and hits the target. Okay, so the same thing happens when we throw the jab. Okay, we can sit here in our flying stance. When we throw the jab, there's no power in it. There's nothing there. All right, and it's quite slow. Okay, so to speed things up a bit with your jab, all we're going to do is lift our heel off the ground. So when we're here, we're just going to lift it off the ground as we throw the punch. All right, so boom, boom, boom. All right, what happens then is we're turning our hip into it, our body into it. Boom, boom. Okay, so recap, don't put your elbows out, turn your thumb down, don't fully extend your arm, keep it just a centimeter before full extension. Okay, turn those hips, all right, lift those heels off the ground. Okay, all right, so one more thing and then we'll get into some practical stuff. Okay, with our hooks. Okay, so when we do it, what we want to do is we throw a different hook. We throw a different hook for a different time. Okay, so we can throw a hook with our thumb facing the sky. All right, so when we do that, all right, we're nice and close because now, especially with the MMA gloves, is the two knuckles that it's going to make contact are right there. Okay. Now, if I was to go out long, what's going to make contact is right there on those knuckles. All right, so when it's in close, we have our thumb up high, so that our two knuckles make the contact. All right, now as we go out, as we make it a longer, so if I'm here, we're doing the hook, like so, it makes the knuckles. All right, now we want to take a step back a little bit. All right, so from up, we're going to go, so we're going to turn our thumb down the further out we go. So from here, now the thumb's facing towards me, boom. Notice how long I am now. Okay, boom. Now those two knuckles are making contact again. Okay, if I was to have that thumb in, remember, if that thumb was facing up and I'm out here, it's going to slap. Okay, and we want to make contact with the knuckles. So closer it's in, thumb up. As we go out, thumb goes down, okay? Until it becomes basically an overhand, okay? As you come in, boom, like so. All right, let's get into a bit of a workout now that we've gotten through that, okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to do a slipping drill, and we're going to counter it. We're going to slip it, slip, and then follow up with a technique. So what it looks like to start off with is we're not going to slip just like we're like we'd normally slip. We're going to get those hips rotating, get those hips turning over. We'll keep our hands up in our fighting stance. All we're going to do, make sure we turn those hips, turn those feet. We're going to touch our feet. We come back up. As we come back up, we're going to hook. Okay? Notice my foot's turned. My thumb's up in this case. All right, then we reset. Then I touch my other foot. Okay, notice everything's turned. All right, I'm not bending over like this. Back straight, touch, uppercut. Okay, notice foot and feet, hand and feet synchronized. So one more time. We slip, hook, slip, uppercut. Okay, you might think this is a bit weird, but once we bring that up a bit, okay, so instead of going all the way to here, we might only go to here, and then to here. And then we're just getting our head out of the way. And notice my whole body's doing it. I'm not bending my back, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that, I'm not wasting energy. Okay, so let's do about, let's say a minute of slip hook, slip upper, and we'll get going. So I'll start a timer. All right, so slip, hook, slip, rear upper. 3, 2, 1. All right, slip, hook, slip, upper, slip, hook, slip, upper. Remember to make the punches count, okay? How you train is how you're going to react. If you train like this, when it comes push comes to shove, that's what you're going to do. So keep going. Almost there. All right. Let's take a quick break. The next technique we're going to do is we're going to do a roll and a hook. Now just like when we slip, okay, we slip, turning that foot. Notice my head's in line with my knee and my foot. We draw a line there, okay? So we slip. Now from here, we roll, whole body turns, okay? From where we are, we're going to hook. Boom. Okay? Now the other way. We're going to slip, head, knee, foot, all in a line. We're going to roll, hook. Alright? Slip, roll, hook. Alright. Let's get started. Shake it off in your fighting stance. Alright, start off slow. Slip, roll, hook. Slip, roll, hook. Alright, slip, roll, hook. Slip. Try not to come up and stand up, then throw it. Roll and throw it from where you are. Roll, hook. Excuse me. Roll, hook. Almost there. Make sure you put the power into those punches. Turn those hips. You don't want to hurt your knees. And time. All right. Next, what we're going to do is have some bone broth. Alright, next what we're going to do is, keeping in with the punching and stuff, we want to increase our power in our punches. The way we do that is using fast twitch muscles, right? That explosive muscle that we have. Alright, this does take it out of you, so go hard, I guess. What we're going to do is plyometric push-ups. Alright, so push up, off the ground, clap, go back down. When we're doing them, what I want you to do is I want you to keep your elbows into your sides, alright? Imagine you're making a W with your hands, take them out to your shoulders, alright? You're going to point all this vein cluster out in front of you, okay? From like that, it's going to hurt. We want it to be pointing out. Alright, so we push off, our hands are underneath our shoulders, push off, clap, down, and again. Alright, we're only going to do 1 minute, okay? So, let's get to it. Yes, you can, guys. Last one. Tell I haven't been training a little bit. Thank you, coronavirus. Alright. One more exercise, and this will get you pretty warmed up. What we're going to do is we're going to hug ourselves like this. Remember, we're keeping our feet nice and light. If we stand still and we do this, we can hurt our knees. Alright, so holding nice and tight, and we're going to thrust to each side, nice and strong, okay? 1 minute, and this will do all your obliques. So when we are throwing those punches, like I said, they come from the bottom up. All those muscles are explosive. Whew. Alright, let's go. Over halfway. And time. Excellent, guys. Alright, make sure you give yourself some nice drink, go and wash your face, and see you guys next time.